sweet blessings from the airwaves, guiding all through endless days. And a brother's speaking right, her words, a shining light, tuning in each day, darling.
Good evening, and welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, where we inspire, we encourage, and we empower you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. I am chosen. I am capable. I am called. And I'm becoming confident in who God created me to be. So, good evening. I'm Anna. I am a retired school teacher, an author, an educational consultant, a jury consultant, a health consultant, and I'm also a certified cake instructor. So I bring to you a wealth of knowledge and experience, and to our conversation. Each week I try to delve into conversations that will enrich our lives, whether it's from educational and personal development to health and wellness. And I'm not going to forget about the art of jury making or jury. Now, this is done by providing workshops and speakers and just giving knowledge that I feel that people might need to help them have a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. So, someone is saying, or hi. They said hi. Oh, okay. So, Bailey, I just wanted to say thank you for coming on and joining me in this. Now, I want to thank you again for tuning in to Sweet Blessings, where every conversation is a treasure. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to take a brief commercial, and then we're going to come back with that first episode of Blessed but Still Feeling Confident.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment, a perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, "I want to learn more." Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.
Okay. I am Anna. I am your host, and we are doing a series on Blessed but Still Becoming. So tonight our episode is on, the title is Blessed but Still Becoming Confident. So I want to welcome you back to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. We're continuing our series, Blessed but Still Becoming, and today we're talking about something, many people quietly wrestle with. Blessed but still becoming, because you can still be confident. Because here's the truth. You can love God. You can be gifted. And you can be blessed. And still struggle with believing in yourself. Isn't that amazing? I have seen many people, even myself, sometimes when I hate to say it, but I can remember a time where I had anxieties with going live, you know, and so I wanted to get over that fear. So what I did was I joined some challenges. And the challenges were for you to go live. And it was fun, you all, because it was not me going live by myself. We were divided up into teams, and the teams competed, okay? And believe it or not, to make a long story short, that is how I met the person that is the CEO of the CTR Media Network. Oh, God. Sorry about that, yeah. I thought I had turned my phone off, but I guess not. But anyway, that's how I met the person who is the sponsor of this, and that's how we became friends, and that's how she invited me to become a part of her network. She watched my journey with my mom, and she felt like I had a story to tell, and so she invited me on, and I am so eternally grateful for that, okay? But I just want to know, how many of you all struggle with believing in yourself? Is that something that I okay? I always wonder, because I hear people, like famous people, when they get famous, they say, "Oh my God, oh thank God I believed in myself," So, but I believe that we all have self-doubts. And so that is basically what this program or this episode is about. Having that confidence, okay? It's okay to have that self-doubt. And, it took me a long time to realize that, that it's okay to be self-doubt. But we're going to learn this evening how we're going to cope with that. So let me bring up my presentation real quick. And we're going to do blessed but still becoming confident. I do want to, I'm sorry y'all, but I do want to turn my phone off. I thought I had turned it off so that it will not ring again. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. And the bad part about it is that it rings on my computer too, so Jesus Christ. Oh, my desktop, not my other one. But, so here we go. Blessed but still becoming confident. So this is basically what I'm going to be talking about this evening. Because, sometimes confidence is often misunderstood. Some think confidence means being loud or being bold, being seen. You've seen people like this. And you hear other people saying, oh, they're so confident, But real confidence is rooted, not flashy. It's the quiet assurance that says, I know who I am, and I trust the one who created me. And sometimes being confident means unlearning your insecurities. And I'm going to say that's basically what I have done. Now, am I confident? No. I'm still becoming. That's why I'm talking about this, and I'm hoping that I'm giving you all inspiration, or because I can't talk to you about your confidence. I can only talk to you about my confidence and hope that sets an example for you to look within within yourself. This is me looking within in myself. So I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. It has taken me a long time to know who I am. I don't think that I've changed, but I think that I begin to trust the one who created me. I trust God. Because when I was younger, I would feel like people were, they would say things that would really upset me sometimes. So, and it would make me feel insecure. Okay, so somewhat. Okay, I know some people don't believe that, but really, truly, I believe. I do. I know for a fact. And people handle those type of situations, differently. So, like I said, all I can do is just really give you examples of me trying to figure out what's going on in my life. And I'm old now trying to figure this out. So I've looked at some personal reflections. Look at me. My cat. I told you every time I get on here, the cat does something. But there have been moments when I've questioned, am I ready for this? And, as I go over this, do you feel this way too? Am I ready for this? Am I qualified? Am I enough? And let's be honest, comparison can creep in quickly. We look at someone else's success and suddenly shrink our own calling. But God never calls us to compete. He calls us to compete He calls us to complete the assignment he gave us. Confidence grows when we stop comparing and start aligning. And I know that you've heard me saying in many of my episodes, this is the year of aligning. When I started out the year, I talked about renew, reset, and realign. We didn't set New Year's resolutions. This year, we're renewing, we're resetting, and we're realigning. Because I feel that way. When we set those resolutions, we don't keep them. But if we look at it in a different way, I believe that we can move forward with it. So look at your personal reflections and see how you feel. So we're going to take another brief commercial. And I always bring faith into it. So when we come back, we're going to look at a scripture that kind of relates to confidence. And so when you see that it's in the Bible, this is a topic that's been around for a long time. So this is something that people have been struggling with for a long time. And I'm sure they're going to continue to struggle with it, in the, near future. I still struggle with it. So, but when we come back, we're going to talk about faith. Let's take that brief commercial. Excuse me.
One, two, three. Quiero separarme de ti, ni siquiera un momento. No quiero perder el tiempo.
Well, welcome back. That was Jazzy Jewels Collection. I do jewelry as well, and I do go live on Facebook on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday with my jewelry. So if you're interested in looking at that, some of my jewelry or watching some of my shows, you can watch me on Facebook. This is my Facebook account. It's my personal profile. It's public. And you can just look it up. Also, I have a website. This is my website. So if you want to go and peruse some of my jewelry, you're more than welcome. It's really a good costume jewelry. I have it all. Costume, kind of expensive. And we also have now the 18 karat gold jewelry as well. So I do have that's my jewelry website, but I do have another website, AnnasLifestyleLLC.com, and on that website I have everything, y'all. My baking, my jewelry. I have a travel agent, so everything that's all about me. Okay. So if you want to go there, that you can look that. But you can also contact me at info@AnnasLifestyle.com, because you might want to maybe be a guest on my show, because I do have guests. And I'm looking forward to having some guests next month, because we have, it's Women's Month. We're celebrating women. And this cat. So I plan to have some, I want to have some women on that can talk about different things. So I'm not going to tell you who it is because until it's secure, the date is secure. But I do plan to have that. So if you're interested in that, you can contact me there, and also you can contact me at CTR Media Network / Sweet Blessings if you're interested in advertising or sponsoring. Uh, you can always contact me because I do have little packets that you can use, so you can always contact me for that as well. So as we went to commercial, I said when we came back we were going to be talking about faith and how faith is related to confidence. Okay. So let me pull my presentation back up. So this is our faith insight. And we're looking at 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, which says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind." Sometimes, most of the time, fear whispers, "You can't, you can't, you can't." But confidence whispers, "With God, I can. With God, I can. By the grace of God, I can do this. If God is willing." These are all things you hear. Confidence is not self-centered. It is God-centered. It doesn't say, "Look at me." It says, "Look what God is doing in me." Isn't that something? Look what God is doing within me. And so that's why when you watch the award shows and all that, they come up and they thank God first. Because, they couldn't do it without God. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's just how we use it, those 24 hours. What makes this person succeed and this one doesn't? What is happening? And most of the time, when people win things, they say they will get up, they will thank God first. Look what God did. You hear people say, "God is good." And then they turn all the time. Because sometimes you're not even expecting it. For real. And you know what? Y'all, I still have some still becoming moments. I really do. I have some still becoming moments. Do you all have that? Let me tell you about mine. Oh Lord, really. I'm still becoming confident in my voice. Seriously. Sometimes before I would be feeling things, but I wouldn't say anything. I would hold it in eternally. And I'm getting better with that, with letting it out. So I am becoming confident in my voice. I'm becoming confident in my pace. how I'm pacing myself. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I take naps. Yes, I do all those things. But this mind right here is racing. It's racing to the point where I have to write things down, because if I don't write them down, I forget it. I mean, these are ideas that come up, and I feel like maybe it's talking to me, just things that I do that I try to preserve. Most people know that I knit and I crochet, I sew, and so these are crafts and things that quilting. These are crafts and things that were basically in black families for generations. My grandmother did quilting and all of that, and so in my crafting segment, I'm trying to preserve those crafts, and so I teach that at my church. But when you teach something, it always leads to something else, y'all. Seriously. So, and this just happened today. So someone has recommended me, they're giving some type of workshop or something where they want people to come in and illustrate or demonstrate knitting and crocheting. And they recommended me. And to me, that's an honor. So, like when I say I'm confident in my pace, and I have lots of ideas that I want to do, and hopefully, if God is willing, I'll be able to accomplish those things. And I'm confident in my progress, or my process, and my progress. But I'm confident in my process. It's taken me a long time to get here. I've had these aspirations or things for a long time, but I you know how you procrastinate. And so this is the one thing that I'm learning, is that I don't need permission to walk in what God has already prepared. So if I feel like this is the way that God, because you don't never know where God is going to send you. I always tell people my story of teaching cake decorating, because I taught school. I taught school for over 30 years. And I just happened up on the cake instruction because I wanted to give my mother her 75th birthday party. And so I decided to take a cake decorating class. I could bake. I had been baking since I was 7. That's how I really learned how to cook. And so, but I did not know how to do decorative baking. So where you do the cake, and like people when they do the weddings and and all those things. So I took this class, and I guess the instructor loved it, and so she kind of tried to encourage me to teach it, and I said, "Oh no, 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 no! You know what? I teach school with the babies, and that's enough for me." So she said, "Well, just think about it." And she said she encouraged me to take pictures of my things. But every time I would go to class, she would be on me like, "You should do this." So finally, I decided. She said, "Well, look, just go." She told me to just go online because I applied online, y'all. She said, "Just go online and apply." And so I did, because I didn't think no one was going to even call me. But lo and behold, y'all, see, this is God to me. Someone called me from St. Louis, Missouri, and said that she had some openings at a couple of the stores. No, one of the stores is what she said. And would I be interested? And they would train me. And I said yes. And I taught cake decorating along with teaching school for over 20 years, y'all. So, because I could set my own schedule. You know, it was every once in a blue moon I had to go in, for the stores and stuff. But you see how God led me? Never, never, ever in my dream would I have thought that I would be a certified cake instructor. But I am. So, don't fight your dreams. Don't fight your gifts. And, just like it says, I'm learning that I don't need permission to walk in what God has already prepared. Me in that cake decorating has taken me very, very far, you all. I just want to let you know God has led me in that, and it has taken me. I am still, to this day, affiliated with that company, even though they are not teaching. They still, the main company still teaches classes, but where I was teaching locally in local like craft stores and stuff like that, they no longer do that. And so, but I still go in from time to time, and they have me look at different icings and and different things like that. So it has been a rewarding opportunity for me. So that's why I say I am still having or be having some becoming moments. All right, let me go on now, because I can talk. I'm trying to look at my notes because sometimes I get ahead of my notes. But, when I tell you that you don't need permission, and I want you to know that you don't need permission either, do what your heart leads you to do. That is the most important thing, because you will be happy with that. So, even though I am having those still becoming moments, now you all know I am famous for reflection. So let's just take a little pause a little bit, and let's look at reflection, guided reflection. So we're going to pause right here, and we're going to reflect. What am I shrinking instead of shining? What is it that I'm pulling back on instead of shining? Or, what should I do differently if I fully trusted who God says I am? I really like that second one, because sometimes I feel like I don't fully trust him, even though when I tell you I'm actually putting ideas down on paper, I am. Then I got little bits of paper, y'all. I got little bits of paper everywhere, And then when I get ready to look for that paper, I can't find it. And then later on, I find that paper. Okay. Oh, it's a struggle here. It is a struggle. But I'm reflecting, and I'm loving this. I'm loving what I'm doing. And I think that's the most important thing, that you love what you do. So I want you to know that confidence grows in action. Confidence grows in action. Sometimes you don't feel ready, but you move anyway. Confidence meets you on the other side of obedience. That was happy to me. Confidence grows in action. So that means when you move forward, you get more confident. And even though you might not feel that you're ready, you still move forward. And when you do these type of things, it means that you are on the other side of obedience. You set your goals and you're doing it and you're being consistent with it. And that's important. That is important. We're going to take another brief commercial right here. And then we are going to come back. And I don't know what this is here. And I think I'm going to give you a few little closing remarks when we come back.
Yeah. Hey. Oh. Yeah. Hey. Hi.
Well, we are back. I do want to let you know that Soul Lady Wigs is one of my affiliates. I do have quite a few of their wigs. And I do wear them, but right now I'm having these hot flashes, so I haven't been wearing them. But I do videos with them, and if you get a chance, you can go to the website and look there. Just make sure that you use my code for that as well, and everything. So let me see what I want to do. And I am, okay, here we go. Kind of closing up a little bit. On, talking a little bit about, oh, let's see. I just want to say this. If you doubt in yourself, hear this clearly. You're not behind. You're not overlooked. You're not accidental. You are becoming layer by layer who God designed you to be, and your confidence will grow as your obedience grows. I just want to remind you of that. And as I come to a close, because I do have, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for attending and listening to me this evening. I just remember, but I do want you to remember that being blessed doesn't mean you've mastered everything. It means that you're growing into it. Let your light shine, even while you're becoming confident. So, I hope this evening that I have inspired you I hope this evening that I have encouraged you. And I hope this evening that I have empowered you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. And as I close, I want you to remember my 3 L's because they're so important. The first one is live. Live your life to the fullest. The second one is to laugh. Find somewhere in your life to laugh because it makes you feel good. It's good for you. And it makes others feel good too. And it's good for them too. So put that in your life. Live, laugh, and the last L is to love. Love with all of your heart. But make sure you love yourself. Self-love is so important. And remember, I will see you in the next episode. Have a great one, y'all. Bye-bye.